Good evening. I'm Polly Pendergast, and you're watching WHVV TV WBV News. We start today's news by looking at a story that's very compelling yet alarming. Recent evidence shows us that concerns are being raised by alarmed citizens in Manti, Panguitch, and Spanish Fork, Utah. Eyewitnesses report seeing a small spined creature known as the Chupacabra. What was once thought to be an urban legend appears now to be real. So real that you just might see this in your own backyard. The footage we're about to show you may be alarming, so please ask small children and elderly with heart conditions to leave the room now. WZZY ABC XYZ News Channel was sent this disturbing footage by Peg Flemmeyer.
Mom, where's my dog? I'm telling you what, them goats were eating. And not just eating, but they was having their blood sucked right out of them. And it's so dangerous out there. I ain't going out there and let my dog out there. And we even have to go in the house right now because I'm not going to let what happened to his brother happen to him. Now, y'all just go. Now, I'm just sick and tired of this all. Y'all telling me and people making fun of my neighbors saying it ain't real. It didn't happen. It happened. Now, y'all get in the house right now. It's too dangerous out here. You just go. You just go. Now, I'm serious. Y'all get now. See what I'm talking about? It's just a dangerous place. You go. You go.
We apologize here at XWYLLVVZZ if that footage disturbed you. Tonight, as we start our in-depth report on exactly what the Chupacabra is and why you might be afraid, we begin by talking to Dr. Jessamire Peepducks, a renowned monsterologist out of the University of Chicago. We now turn to his interview. Dr. Peepducks?
The Chupacabra is a Spanish word that means goat sucker, and it was actually coined by a Puerto Rican comedian when reported deaths of goats and other livestock were found in 1995. This was reported by Stephen Wagner in About.com in the Paranormal Creatures section. The Chupacabra was also called El Vampiro de Moca, which is the town Moca where these deaths occurred. Now, the reason it's called the goat sucker is actually a very accurate description because it may have fangs, it may have sharp claws, and it into the neck of the creature, and it exsanguates it, which means it drains it of its blood, and so then it leads to death. But that's the only thing. It just bleeds to death. And then here, Stephen Wagner is a very reliable source. Also, Animal Planet's Lost Tapes has an extensive and frightening video describing much of the Chupacabra. They call it a myth, but I would call it fact. They talk about perhaps it was a gargoyle, an inspiration for gargoyles. Perhaps it was a genetic experiment gone awry, and then it escaped in Puerto Rico during a large storm. So there are many theories about where it's come from, but the primary source is Puerto Rico, all over North America, from Oregon to Mexico to Texas, and Stephen Wagner is a renowned source. The Shy Creatures is a good source. Animal Planet Lost Tapes, fine source because, of course, things move. And that's about all I have to say about the Chupacabra that is safe for children to hear.
Thank you for that important information, Dr. Peepducks. We now feel so informed. At least I do. Not only do we have experts like Dr. Peepducks to let us know about exactly who or what the Chupacabra is, we also have eyewitness reports, people on the street who've actually seen, heard, smelled, or heard of the Chupacabra. We'd like to take a minute now and show you some of these individuals' accounts of what they've seen. Once again, if you're wearing a pacemaker, if you've had a heart valve replacement, or you are prone to diarrhea, we ask that you leave the room. Some of these accounts might be too frightening for you or your children.
So we were walking, and Carly was up ahead, and she, like, her flip-flop had, like, busted, so she was kind of limping and slipping on the trail, and she was just kind of, and then all of a sudden she stopped, and, like, she just turned and just started running, and I was like, and right behind her was this little thing. It was like, it looked like a little kid, only instead of like feet pajamas, it was like, had spikes, and it had these red eyes, and it was just
I don't care what you say. And that chupacabra is dangerous. Its teeth are big. I'm serious.
It sucks the blood out of goats. It's dangerous. I'm not afraid.
Thank you for your time, and if you hear something scratching at your back door, we recommend turning on the porch light before you open the door. Sleep well, friends.